Hello friends. So in continuation with the formula which we discussed about the performance calculation. So now we'll see a problem in this topic. So this problem, first problem in this topic. So we have a four-cylinder, four-stroke oil engine. So we have four-cylinder and a four-stroke engine. So every data we have to get a reference of it. So since it is a four-cylinder engine, so the number of cylinder is four. The K which is used in this indicated power, the K is number of cylinder is 4, and a 4-stroke oil 10 centimeter in diameter. 10 centimeter in diameter is the bore diameter of the cylinder, so it is 10 centimeter, and the stroke, it is capital L, is 15 centimeter. So bore diameter D is 10 centimeter and the stroke length is 15 centimeter. So we can calculate the cross-sectional area of the cylinder by using this diameter. That can be substituted in this indicated formula, and also L is stroke length, that also can be substituted here. Stroke develops a torque of 185 Newton meter. So the torque is 185 Newton meter, it is capital T, at 2000 RPM. So the speed of the engine is 2000 RPM. So the oil consumption is 14.5 liters per hour. So oil consumption is the mass of fuel consumed. So MF is 14.5 liters per hour. Of course, we have to convert the units. We'll discuss while discussing the problem solution. So specific gravity of the oil is 0.82. So it is property of the fuel. So it is, the specific gravity is 0.82. That is the relative density between the standard fluid and standard liquid and the oil. So when the specific gravity of an oil is 0.82, that says that the density of that oil is 820 kg per meter cube. Simply we have to multiply by the density of the reference liquid, that is, since it is liquid, the reference liquid is water, so the density of water is 1000 kg per meter cube. So just multiply that 1000 kg per meter cube into 0.82, that will give you 820 kg per meter cube. And the calorific value of the oil is 42,000 kilojoule per kg. So CV value is given. So next is, if the IMEP, it is indicated mean effective pressure taken from the indicated diagram, is 6.7 bar. So I mean, so it is PI mean or PIMEP is 6 bar, so 6.7 bar. So find the mechanical efficiency, brake thermal efficiency, brake mean effective pressure, and specific fuel consumption in liters on brake per basis. So these are the things which you have to calculate. So we'll go for the solution. So first one is mechanical efficiency. So the formula for mechanical efficiency is brake power by indicated. So here it is rightly given. It is brake power by indicated power. So this is the exact formula for mechanical efficiency. So it is brake power by indicated power. So once we want to understand what is mechanical efficiency, we have to calculate these two factors. So we'll go on calculating it. First one is indicated power. As we discussed, it is Planck. So mean effective pressure is given. It is 6.7 bar. So we have to convert that into kilonewton per meter square, and 1 bar is equal to 100 kilonewton per meter square. So it is 6.7 into 10 power 2. So this 10 power 2 is written in order to convert this bar into kilonewton per meter square, and multiplied by stroke length. So stroke length is 15 centimeter. You have to convert that into meter. So it is 0.15, and multiplied by cross-sectional area of the cylinder. It is pi by 4 d square, and your diameter is 10 centimeter, and in meters it is 0.1. So it is pi by 4, 0.1 the whole square, into n. N is what? The number of cycles or number of power. And since it is a 4-stroke engine, so the number of cycles is n by 2 into 60. So capital N is revolution per minute, 2000. So we have to convert that into seconds. Then only we'll get kilojoules per second. It's kilowatt is kilojoules per second. So that's why we have to convert the revolution per minute into revolution per seconds. So that's why we are giving here a 60. So it is 2000 by 2 into 60 into number of cylinders. So K is number of cylinder, and it is 4-cylinder engine. So therefore, so the power which is developed is larger whenever the size of the engine is larger, and again the number of cylinder is larger. You know that in a two-wheeler the power developed is less, so only 2 passengers can travel. In a 4-wheeler the power developed is larger, so the pulling capacity is larger, so number of passengers that can be traveled is larger than a two-wheeler. In a bus the number of cylinders is larger, so the more pulling capacity compared to a 4-wheeler. So that's why whenever the number of cylinders is larger, more, then here the indicated power is more, and when your stroke length is more, the indicated power is more. When your cross-sectional area is more, your indicated power is more. When your speed is more, then the number of cycles is more, then again that will increase indicated power. So the resulting indicated power is 52.62 kilowatt. You kindly check this answer. And next is brake power. So brake power, the formula is 2 pi nt by 60. If brake mean effective pressure is given, then you can use the formula which we have used for IP, but we have to replace this IMEP into BMEP, brake mean effective pressure. Here the other one is given where it is 2 pi nt by 60. Speed is 2000. T is torque, it is 185 kilonewton, 185 Newton meter. So since we are substituting this is in Newton meter, the answer which we get is in watts. If you substitute this in kilonewton meter, simply 0.185. If you substitute instead of 185 Newton meter, you substitute 0.185 kilonewton meter, then you'll get in kilowatt. So kindly go through the unit conversion and all. So the resulting brake power is 38.75 kilowatt. So first thing is mechanical efficiency is asked, so that's why we have calculated IP and BP, and the formula for mechanical efficiency is brake power by indicated power, and the resulting mechanical efficiency is 73.64%. So thing is, this mechanism is capable of converting 73.64% of the input energy into an usual brake power. So whenever we need to rise any mechanical efficiency of the engine, then the brake power developed should be increased. If brake power, if indicated power and brake power are same, then the mechanical efficiency is 100%. And this literally cannot happen. Why? Because there will be some amount of frictional loss even in a new engine. So that's why we are going for a lubrication system, a highly surface finished cylinder, and the surface roughness of even the cylinder bore and the piston will be very, very less. And again, the surface contact. The entire piston surface will not be in contact with the cylinder bore. So that's why we have compression ring, we have oil rings. So the surface area of the rings will be in contact. And next one, what we have to find is brake thermal efficiency. And the formula for brake thermal efficiency is BP by heat supplied. So in BP by heat supplied or heat input, so we have already calculated BP, and heat supplied is MF into CV. MF is mass of fuel. They have given here, it is 14.5 liters per. Since it is liter, this is not mass, this is volume, because liter is actually a unit for volume. So we have to convert that volume into mass, and we have a relation for volume and mass is density. Density is equal to mass by volume. Density is equal to mass by volume. So we can calculate mass is equal to, so density is equal to mass by volume. So mass is equal to density into volume. So density is 820. So either you can go by that method, or otherwise we can calculate this. QS is 14.5 liters per hour into the specific gravity into CV. We'll get kilojoule per hour, because this is in hour, no? So that way we'll get kilojoule per hour, and it is 138.72 kilojoule per second. So divided by 3600 will give you in seconds. Okay, so this is heat supply. So the brake thermal efficiency is your BP by heat supplied, will get 81.53%. So next is brake mean effective pressure, and we know that this BP is also equal to PBMEP LANK by 60. So you already know what is BP, and you know L, you know cross sectional area, you know number of cycles or number of power stroke, and number of cylinders. Simply you can substitute the various unknown factors and get the brake mean effective pressure. Next is brake specific fuel consumption. The formula is MF by BP, and if you substitute this MF in kg per hour, then you'll get BSFC in kg per kilowatt hour. So it is, the MF is 14.5 into specific gravity. So 14.5 into 0.82 divided by 38.75 is brake power. So the resulting BSFC is 0.307. And next, so these are the thing. Find 4 things we have calculated. One is mechanical efficiency, and next is brake thermal efficiency, and next is brake mean effective pressure, and next is brake specific fuel consumption. So any doubts in this, you just post on the forum. I will upload in the Moodle. Okay, can discuss on that forum. Thank you.